Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Grand River Raceway for this Wednesday evening. Just a wonderful Wednesday. Blue skies with a little bit of white fluffies overhead. Track listed as fast. It should be a great night of racing action. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Note in race number 1, scratched is number 6, Sister Control. Race 1, scratch number 6, Sister Control. In race number 2, note that number 5, My Only Sunshine, steel to aluminum shoes up front. Steel to aluminum shoes up front. Number 8, Watch Me Dance, is scratched. Race 2, scratch number 8, Watch Me Dance. In race number 3, number 2, BJ's Choice, is scratched. Race 3, scratch 2, BJ's Choice. In race number 4, number 7, Diamond Rider, hobbles shortened 1 inch, hobbles minus an inch, and changing side rolls to Pelling Pacifier. Side rolls to Pelling Pacifier. Number 8, Lotto Max, is scratched. Scratch 8, Lotto Max. In race number 5, 1 All-Star Bruiser, steel to aluminum shoes up front. Steel to aluminum shoes up front. Race number 6, no changes. No changes, race 6. In race number 7, number 2, Corporate Business, is scratched. Race 7, scratch 2. And also is scratched number 7, Dance Captain. Scratch 7, Dance Captain. Race 8, no changes. No changes, race 8. Race number 9, number 1, First Filly Chip, blind bridle to blinkers. And race number 10, number 5, Shemar's Lady Havoc, is scratched. Race 10, scratch number 5, Shemar's Lady Havoc. Fans, once again reviewing races 1 and 2. Race number 6, Sister Control, is scratched. And the second race, number 5, My Only Sunshine, steel to aluminum shoes up front. And number 8, Watch Me Dance, won't be dancing this evening. We won't be watching the 8 in the second race. 17 minutes to post time, but you know who we will be watching is Sugar Doyle. With your picks, Shannon should be able to keep it rolling this evening. We have a good card. I hope you've done your homework, and I know you always do. Ready to rock and roll and keep it going.
You know, Gary, I think the ideal word for me tonight would be to try to bounce back. I'm coming in off very light Monday evening as far as getting top selections to show up. Might have had 1 or 2 winners, but yeah, that was a tough one. But we're hoping to turn things around tonight. Sounds like you've got a beautiful evening for a horse race down there, Claire. Sunny skies, fast track editions. It was hot today in London, and yeah, great looking card this evening for the Wednesday evening. 10 races on tap. I like what I see.
And yeah, we were both a little light on Monday, but it was just we had some things that didn't go according to Hoyle at all. But you've been pretty hot throughout the meet. I've been a little lighter throughout, so it wasn't just Monday. I've got to play a little catch up here. But you know what? Really, you're the handicapping expert. So as long as you can bring in that expertise, I'll just throw the odd one in here and there. So I know you've got some thoughts on some tickets this evening, and it should be pretty interesting. We're going to have you back. I hope you have a pick 5 ticket all squared up for us. We'll talk to you again at about 7 minutes to post time.
that are going to be coming up on the monitors here soon. We're 7 minutes away from race number 1 of 10. This is a pretty good looking sequence. I like it, and I'm going to land on a single to start things up in race number 1. $5,000 guaranteed pool here on this pick five play, covering races 1 through 5. The late pick five, of course, covering the final five, races 6 through 10. So, without further ado, let's bring up some pick five ticket ideas. First one we'll look at is a ticket for yours truly. Beautiful evening for a horse race in Elora, Grand River Raceway. My single. Starting things up on this pick five play, Doug McNair is with us this evening at the River. One of my favorite Ontario drivers, Doug McNair, listed on a couple of horses tonight for his trainer dad, Greg McNair, sending out Johnny Wiggles on the rail here in the opener and over into race number 3, also teaming up with number 4, Volcanic. So Doug McNair, again, one of my favorites. He finally got the job done in the Camelot Classic, and a wonderful interview he gave following the race after being placed the winner with Irvin Hanover for Dave Maneri. He mentioned, he'd been coming to the raceway at Western Fair since he was a kid. He'd been trying to win our signature race since he was 18. His 1,000th career driving victory came in London. So a lot of history in London for Doug McNair. For sure, one of my favorites always. And anytime I see Doug, always kind words and just a great guy. Doug, at the River this evening. I like his chances on both his mounts. In the early pick five, again, he's driving 1, Johnny Wiggles, my single, in the opening leg of the pick five play. Race number 2, we went inside to Del Diggity, dropping back down in class, also including number 2, Dolly Daydream. Damian McClellan had a pair of wins here on Monday evening, so he is zoned in right now. 1 and 2. I think you got to use them both in leg 2 of this pick five play. The third race, Lauren House with number 1, Scratching an Itch, an obvious factor there for trainer Scott McDivitt. Number 4, Volcanic. Doug McNair, he could go 2 for 2 and be on his way home following the third. It could be like that for Doug McNair this evening. Again, he's on the 4, Volcanic, for owner, trainer, Father Greg McNair in race number 3. The fourth race, we're 3 deep in there. Number 2, Large Aunt Levi, Never Better, off that 51-4 score last week at the River. We're also going to include the 6, Hurricane Marigno. And outside the 7, Diamond Rider. Some changes on that one tonight. Switching to the Pelling Pacifier. They've shortened up the hobbles as well to 59 inches. Look for a whole lot more from number 7, Diamond Rider, in race number 4. The fifth race, final leg of this pick five play. We're on the 6, 7 and 9. Hello Darkness, Papa Joe, Cincinnatus. Like that for me. And it's only going to cost $7.20 to play along on my 20-cent wager. Gary Guy calling all the action this evening at Grand River Raceway. He's got a pick five ticket idea coming up. And Gary, just a fabulous looking night up there.
Absolutely. And listen, you said calling all the action. I'd kind of like you to call the first race because I was just informed that the kids' tent is open all summer long now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you could, right after I give the pick five tickets, handle the duties for the first and maybe the second race, I want to go downstairs and have some fun in the kids' tent. It's open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's a beautiful warm night for the kids to get out there. So listen, I'll give you my pick five tickets, and then I'm going to run down and play around in the kids' tent. But look, in the first race, I'm not kidding around. I took 4 where you took 1, Johnny Wiggles. And my thought is, it's a maiden. I thought all the money would come to Doug McNair and Greg McNair, and I just wanted to take a shot here and have some other horses, because if you can knock out a 2 to 5 horse, you'd be alive. So I have 4, the 1, 2, the 9, and the 8. In the second race, I felt strong enough about Del Diggity, and because I took 4 in the first, I had to get it down to a single. It is your top pick. I did not use Dolly Daydream. Then in race number 3, well, we agree on Volcanic, and that should be the case. We each took a backup horse. I backed it up with Johnny Law, and you went Scratching an Itch, which is my third one, so I'm on the 4 and 6. In the fourth race, this is where we have a difference of opinion. I do regard Diamond Rider, your top one, but I have just Larjan Levi off that monstrous win last time out, and Onyx Bovino on the inside. So we'll see. That's where it's going to separate things up. But we both like Larjon Levi, and of course, how could you not? And in the fifth
Right.
race, well, we both have Hello Darkness on top. I included All Star Bruiser and Cincinnatus, whereas you went with Papa Joe. But I got All Star Bruiser with the equipment chain, steel to aluminum shoes up front. Bad start last time out, made a break, but a dominant winner here in a maiden class, only two back. So a different ticket. I spent $9.60, and well, we'll let you comment on Conley's ticket when we bring up the pick five, because I'm going to run downstairs and play in that kid stand. Don't forget the kid stand is open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday all summer long. I'll see you about the third race.
You better hustle, Gary, but you look after yourself now.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Conley Ecclestone chiming in with his early pick five. Now he's got the biggest wallet of us three tonight, making pick five ticket ideas. Conley's going all in, 28.80. He opens it up on a 20-cent wager here for this pick five play. Starting up in the opener, he is including the heavy favorite Johnny Wiggles McNair on the rail. He's also using 2, 3, and 7. Went to the inside three in race number 2. Del Diggity, class dropping. Dolly Daydream in from Georgian. Saki Bomb in from Hanover. And the middle leg, race 3 for Conley. He's on the 1. Scratchin' and Itch, and also including for Volcanic. We're on the same page for the fourth race for Connolly. He's inside to Onyx Bovino, Larja Levi, and on the end of it, the race number 5, 2, 6, and 7, Snowport. And Hello Darkness, Papa Joe. Like that for Conley. Again, he's in for $28.80 on his 20-cent pick five ticket idea. There's a whole lot more to come. 3 to 5 still on number 1, Johnny Wiggles. Some 2-year-olds, 4 of them. 4 2-year-olds taking on some 3 and 4-year-olds here in the opener. Next voice you'll hear. I think Gary Guy is going to stay on and do the post parade and the race calls for both the races 1 and 2 tonight. Best of luck playing along with this pick 5.
Fans, there's a look at our paddock cameras, sponsored by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. Field 4, race number 1, Johnny Wiggles, Doug McNair for Greg McNair and John Stamatis, and James Georgikopoulos. Number 2 is Redland Rocket Man, Bob McClure for John Pentland and Murray Cox and Gary Volpe. Number 3 is All Defying, Scott Young for Jeff Williams and Martin Stables and Tyrone Valley Farm. Number 4 is Your Attention Please, Garrett Rooney for Jeff Williams and Martin Stables. Number 5 is Your Attention Please, Garrett Rooney for Jeff Williams and Martin Stables. 6 is Scratched, and 7 is Laser, Lauren House for Cassidy Schneider and Dr. Steve Taylor.
Nine's up.
9 is Captain's Legacy, Travis Henry for Francis Dumichel and Joe Nislik. And note that number 8 is Bar Down Brisbee, Jason Ryan for Paul Ritchie. Scratched is 6 Sister Control, a field of 8. Let's get a look at this field for race number 1. Well, Sugar, I didn't go downstairs because they called and they said, "You're too old." Okay, I know that's true, but they could have softened the blow a little bit, so what the heck. We're here for the first race. Number 1, Johnny Wiggles. Well, wiggled pretty nicely in that last qualifier, and a pretty solid one coming in.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything close to what he showed in the qualifiers over Woodbine Mohawk Park, he should romp in this. 2-year-old colt son of Huntsville here, racing for trainer Greg McNair's son Doug McNair on board. Certainly knows his way to the winner's circle at Ontario tracks. Odds on right now, and I think it's going to be like that. Maybe go to even money come post time, but. Yeah, those qualifiers. Home in 27, showing trips in 56, 57, heads above the rest of the competition, really, in here. Uh, Not often you'll see me pick a 2-year-old over older horses, but those program lines, those two, they look great, and I think he's good to go at first asking.
Well, and three of the eight are 2 year olds, the three on the inside. And look, I think it's going to, I think the odds are going to drop from even money. But I did want to have some others. And number nine, Captain's Legacy, is one that does show a 27 second third panel in the latter of the last two qualifiers.
Yeah, and this is another rookie, a 2-year-old son of Captain Crunch. We'll have to do it from the back tier spot tonight. Now, wonderful looking colt. I like the way he's going along here. I watched the score down through the straightaway near the toe board. It kind of shied away from something. So, still a little green, and you're likely going to see some greenness from the 2-year-olds in here. All the one, two, three, and nine are all first time starters here. Plenty of first time starters. Even the 3-year-old, number five. Your attention, please. First career start. 4-year-old son of Jimmy Freight at a post four. So lots of inexperience we'll see here in the opener.
Yeah, and I said there were three 2 year olds, four of them, as you're correct, at one, two, three, and nine. I was looking on the inside and then got up to the four and said 4 year olds, so I left looking deeply. And but the other thing, a lot of first time starters in here. That's another reason why I wanted to broaden out, just because for starters you just
Sure.
don't know. Number eight, Bar Down Brisbee, is one that has had three qualifiers to get ready. All three of them here.
Yeah, I guess if you're wanting a horse with some Grand River Raceway experience, it's got to be that one, right? Outside post to overcome, though, does get the move in a spot, and we've seen horses leaving all meet from post 7 and 8 and racing along on or near the lead. So, longest shot on the board there. You're seeing it, right? The horse is getting a little crooked going to the gate again. These are maiden pacers, many first time starters here in the opener.
And some thoughts on Redland Rocket Man, 8-5.
Bob McClure on board for trainer John Pentland. That's a pretty strong combination with the young horses and stake horses at Tracks Road, Ontario. It's definitely one to keep an eye on. That one, a little green going to the gate, but you're going to see greenness from many in here, Gary.
And a 27-4 final quarter. The rest of the mile wasn't much, but 27-4 to flash a little bit. It's Johnny Wiggles taking up position with Redland Rocket Man and All Defying in the center. Freight Full of Gold, and your attention, please, to the outside Laser, Bar Down Brisbee, and the second tier Captain's Legacy. It's a field of eight for race number one. There at this start of the rough, and Johnny Wiggles on the inside at Bar Down Brisbee. Laser, Redland Rocket Man, then All Defying and Captain's Legacy. Now is going to move up and take fifth as All Defying is racing sixth, then Freight Full of Gold. And your attention, please, but it's Johnny Wiggles who's got the lead. Bar Down Brisbee at 30-1's racing second. Redland Rocket Man is third, then Laser and Captain's Legacy and All Defying. Freight Full of Gold, and your attention, please. 28-2, opening quarter. Johnny Wiggles and Doug McNair is wiggling on past us with a lead of a couple of lengths over Bar Down Brisbee. Redland Rocket Man is racing third. Laser fourth, Captain's Legacy, then All Defying and Freight Full of Gold. And your attention, please. And off that 28-2 opening quarter, rolling up towards the half, Johnny Wiggles 2-5 on the board. leads the 30-1 shot bar down Brisbee by a couple of lengths. Redland Rocket Man is third, and Laser is racing fourth, and then Captain's Legacy and All Defying and Freight Full of Gold. And your attention, please. 59 and 2 halftime, 31 second panel. Johnny Wiggles, bar down Brisbee, is racing second. Redland Rocket Man, then Laser now drawn to the outside. Captain's Legacy and Freight Full of Gold. And then it is back to All Defying. And your attention, please. 3/4 put up by Johnny Wiggles, and 129 and 2 the 3/4 time. And bid is Johnny Wiggles, Redland Rocket Man, bar down Brisbee. Redland Rocket Man is coming pretty quickly against Johnny Wiggles. Johnny Wiggles on the inside, Redland Rocket Man on the outside. They're going to have a throwdown now. On down the stretch route they come. Redland Rocket Man. Redland Rocket Man wins for primetime Bob. Johnny Wiggles second. Bar down Brisbee and Captain's Legacy 156 and 4. Redland Rocket Man 156 and 4. How about that, Sugar?
Well, how about that is right. You had the right idea going a little deeper there in the opening leg to get you through the opening leg of the pick five play. I believe Connolly had the two picked as well. I singled up on the one, but this was big late speed coming from Redland Rocket Man. We mentioned strong combination for the young horses in Ontario for stakes action, for the overnight races. John Pentland trains, Bob McClure on board for that winning drive. I mean, they were flying home 27 and 2. It's looking like on the end. So the two horse likely comes home in like 27 flat.
Yeah, and in the qualifier, even though the first 3/4 were not much at all, a 32-1 and 1 open panel, 27-4 was the same final quarter as Johnny Wiggles. Of course, Johnny Wiggles, the whole mile was faster, but the thing is, they probably only tried this horse the final quarter, and just the other three were just rolling.
Yeah, I think you're right. And you know what? That's a big Colt son of Bulldog Hanover. I mean, he's going to enjoy going over to the big track now of Woodbine Mohawk Park. He's got some confidence underneath him, and we know he can fly home. And he's got quite a kick on the end of it. So next time you see him is likely going to be at the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park again. Big Colt son of Bulldog Hanover, and did it quite easy there.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to broaden out on the ticket. I didn't get one of the longer ones, but still, I think knocking out a 2 to 5 out of a pick 5 is very helpful. I mean, I only get the second one by, but it's not the 2 to 5 shot.
Yeah, and they kind of laid off the 8 horse too, right? Like this try and Superfecta is probably going to come back okay with the heavy favorite getting beat. So I think we're both using the 1, 2, 8, and 9 in there. Probably a Superfecta box is going to come back okay with that number.
Well, you used the 8 as your third horse, and we thought this horse looked pretty darn fine. Qualified 3 times, 56 and 2 qualifier over here, so I don't understand the 30-1. But back in front of us is the winner of race 1, number 2, Redland Rocket Man, a 2-year-old Bulldog Hanover Bay colt owned by John Pentland and Murray Cox and Gary Volpe. John Pentland is the trainer. The winning drive to prime time, Bob McClure. Redland Rocket Man takes his debut in 156 and 4. The first race pound to Redland Rocket Man, 750, 290, 240. 1 Johnny Wiggles, 210, 210, and 8 Bar Down Brisbee, 570. $2 exactor, 1720. Dollar try, 69.80. Dollar super, 228.20. The first race, or we finish from the top, 21768 scratch 534. That's 21768 scratch 534 in the bottom.
Okay, folks, here we go. Going into race two to start up an early pick four play, $2,500 guaranteed pool. So my single just missed in the opener, but if you played along with Gary Guy, Conley Ecclestone, they've got you moving on with Redland Rocket Man. Big Colts on a Bulldog Hanover. Big push on the end. He's home in 27 and a bit to win his career debut. Great looking colt for co-owner trainer John Pentland, Bob McClure on board with that winning steer. So race number two, as mentioned, the pick four play starting up, $2,500 guaranteed pool. Time to get a look at some ticket ideas. My play here in race number two to start things up. Going inside using both the 1 and 2 Del Diggity's class dropping and more than capable of ripping off a trip tonight, I believe, in 53 or 54 here in race number two. If plan A doesn't work, well, my plan B is number 2, Dolly Daydream. Damian McClellan's been doing good things uh, in recent starts over the river. And Dolly Daydream, well, she's been second best in each of her last two over Georgian Downs and likely to be in for a pretty good trip here in race number 2. 1 and 2, starting things up on the pick four play. Over to race number 3, we went inside to Scratch and an Itch. Lauren House back on board for trainer Scott McNiven. We'll also include Volcanic at a post 4 for Team McNair. Fourth race, pacing event. We're on Largent Levi coming in off the light best, also including Hurricane Barigno and number 7, Diamond Rider. I've got a big circle around 7. Race number 4, the connections have switched to a pelling pacifier and shortening up the hobbles 59 inches after making a break in the latest. Race number 5 on the end of the pick 4 play. Hello Darkness at a post 6. Papa Joe post 7. Trailing spot for 9. Cincinnati 6, 7, and 9 for me on the end of this pick 4 play. We're in for $7.20 on a 20-cent ticket. Gary Guy has a pick 4 ticket idea coming up on the monitors as well. Gary went deep in the opening leg of the pick 5, so he's good to go. Moving on into race number 2, the opening leg for Gary on his pick 4. He singles up that one, Del Diggity again. That big mare is class dropping, and as mentioned, she's more than capable of showing up here this evening in 53 or 54. Could get her to the winner's circle. Gary's all in on the 1 for race number 2. The third race, Volcanic and Johnny Law, the 4 and 6. Race number 4, his top selection there was number 2, Largent Levi. He will also include the 1, Onyx Bavino. And on the end of it, race number 5, completing the pick 4 play, his top selection was the 6, Hello Darkness. He's also including number 1, All-Star Bruiser, in the 9, Cincinnati. Gary's in for only $2.40 on a 20-cent wager. Playing along with Gary, you might as well play it for $1, $12 even on his pick 4 play. Conley Ecclestone moves on with his pick 5 ticket idea. He's got a pick 4 for it as well. Conley was opening up the wallet on his pick 5 play. He cuts it back to just $7.20 for the pick 4. He's going to stay on the 1, 2, and 3 in the second race. Third race with a 1 and 4. We're all using Volcanic in the third. Fourth race for Connolly, inside with Onyx Bavino. A Largent Levi, never better. And on the end of it for Connolly, he's on the 2, 6, and 7. Like that for us On the early pick four, at the river, heavy favorite here is one Del Diggity, Daryl Thiessen on board for trainer Gerard Demers.
Just a minute to post time. Just a reminder that the kids tent is opened all summer long now. The kids tent is open. And also there's a look at the paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. On post grade 1, Del Diggity, Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demers and Francois Morin. Number 2 is Dolly Daydream, Damien McClellan for Jeff McGuire and Jean Allaire. Number 3, Sake Bomb, Jason Ryan for Jacob Roberts and Triple S Wine. And 4 is All She Can, Jay Harris for Wayne Smith. Number 5 is My Only Sunshine, Austin Surrey for Mark Winnicott. And number 6, Sky Velocity, Paul McKenzie for Gary McDonald. And number 7, Lazar Mania, Travis Henry for John Kennedy and Pat Cottrell. 8 is Scratch, that's the Omega Alpha Pharmaceuticals post-braid. Let's get a look at this field, and well, we have to start with Del Diggity. Now, last race up at Georgian Downs, I called that one, and boy, I didn't do much, but before that was sharp. Beat a 13,000 claiming class at Georgian. Now this is an 8,000 class.
Back with friends, right? This has got to be a much easier spot for her, and easier spot for her since probably the end of May, right? The last time she raced for the $8,000 claiming tag, she went on to win two more at a higher level. Just nothing happening last time out. He even had the quick half to follow up on, but she couldn't make anything happen through that final half. So now she's getting some class relief and what do they call it? Drop and pop time, possibly?
Yeah, absolutely. And I always like, Robert always used to say she's in with her peeps. Del Diggity. Look, 22 wins since the 1st of January last year. And look, also to her defense, she still did pace in 54 Georgian last race. Just the race went in 53 and 1. So Del Diggity wanting to get back with her peeps. Now there's number 2, Dolly Daydream, who you've used on your multi-legs. And Dolly Daydream, certainly the form is decent and was at this same level the last couple of starts at Georgian.
Right. She might have to find another second, maybe two, to compete with the one. But the form, as you mentioned, real sharp right now. She's been a runner-up finisher in each of her last two. You tell me that Georgian is not quite as fast as a Grand River Raceway, so maybe there is a second or two to find here for number 2, Dolly Daydream. Hot hands of Damien McClellan, who was in for the driving double on Monday evening. He certainly likes to put them in play, Gary.
And Dolly Daydream did win here last year in 54, and you see a 52 and 3 May the 15th at Mohawk. I think she can go. I like your idea of 12 to 1. That would be a nice way to kick off a pick 4. Number 4, All She Can. Well, back-to-back third place finishes and only beaten half a length last time out.
Yeah, I was looking through the field here, Gary. Not many were showing top three or top two finishes in recent starts. Well, all she can. She's been third in each of her last two over Grand River Raceway, and just using this one mainly to be best of the rest. Jay Harris, another driver that likes to put them in play, and there is some gate speed to work with, leaving right behind the car at 30-1.
Number 5, My Only Sunshine, light in the win column the past 2 seasons, but last race was beaten only 3 quarters. A shoe change, steel to aluminum shoes up front.
That may help. I tune in quite a bit now to the Woodbine Mohawk Park, and Randy Waples on the desk. He always likes that change, steel to aluminum up front. And when folks are making that change, they're hoping for a little better, maybe a little more speed from them. So we'll see what happens for My Only Sunshine. Picks up the leading driver in Canada for wins, that being Austin Sorey in 2025.
You know who I threw in for third was Sake Bomb. And yeah, I know that Hanover last race, dominant win, just 59-3, but also you see this one with some decent speed at Mohawk.
Yeah, I could get there for a piece of the try or superfecta. Jason Ryan had a big night here on Monday as well. I believe he was in there 4 times, wasn't he?
Yeah, big night for Jason. Well, he's had a big season here at the
Right.
River, so it's been great for Jason Ryan. And this is one that's 10 out of 17 in the top three on the year. So it's Del Diggity, Dolly Daydream on the inside, Sake Bomb All She Can, and My Only Sunshine in the center. To the outside, Sky Velocity and Laser Mania. Field of 7, race number 2. There, into the backstretch. And the field for the second race is at the start of the rough, and All She Can leaves with Sake Bomb, and then also My Only Sunshine and Sky Velocity. Del Diggity is relaxed off the gate, racing fifth in front of Dolly Daydream, and then Laser Mania. My Only Sunshine is shining brightly right now and leads by about 2 1/4. Sake Bomb second, All She Can is third, and Sky Velocity is fourth. Del Diggity and Daryl is racing fifth right now. Then it is back to Dolly Daydream and Laser Mania. Opening quarter, 27 seconds. My Only Sunshine has got the lead, and Sake Bomb is racing position second. Then All She Can, and now Del Diggity to the outside is starting to dig and is coming first over. Then Sky Velocity, and then it is All She Can. And on the inside, Laser Mania's trailing the field. My Only Sunshine at 12-1. Sake Bomb is racing second. Del Diggity on the outside third. 56-4, half off a 27 1/4. And My Only Sunshine looks really sharp on top. Leads Sake Bomb by about 4 right now. Del Diggity third. All She Can is racing position to fourth as they head on to the 3/4. My Only Sunshine, Sake Bomb, and then Del Diggity and All She Can. But it is My Only Sunshine shining brightly. It is My Only Sunshine looking to blind this field. Sake Bomb is second, and Del Diggity third, and Dolly Daydream. It is My Only Sunshine now getting a bit of urging. That lead is starting to shrink, but still it's about 2.5 or 3. My Only Sunshine as they're coming down to the finish. My Only Sunshine is going to hold off Del Diggity, who came up and picked up second. Then Dolly Daydream and Sake Bomb won 54-4. Put on your sunglasses, sugar. It's bright out. My Only Sunshine.
Wow, did she show up tonight? Just a one-time winner this season, one-time winner last season, and rips off a big one tonight. 154-4. Mentioned that Randy Waples, he loves that shoeing change when going steel to aluminum. We thought she'd show a little more speed tonight, and right from the get-go, right off the car and right to the top, and went along, never challenged. Big trip for the mayor this evening, and trainer Mark Winnicott nearing a big milestone for training victories. He is maybe 2, 3, 4 away from 1,500 career training victories. So nice to see My Only Sunshine wire them up there in race number 2.
And I guess that last race, much, much more competitive, beaten only 3/4, was a bit of a clue.
Yeah, showing signs that she was getting close, right? She's home in 29 in each of her last three outings, but I haven't seen her look this good in a long time, especially showed the early speed. I mean, 27 flat right off the car. She was definitely all business. She was in a different area code from the rest of them here tonight.
Yeah, I thought Del Diggity was when he came first up was going to start when she came first up was going to start to come on, but then My Only Sunshine kind of opened up enough that even though she got a little weary, which is understandable, she had enough of a cushion that it didn't really matter. That's a nice price of 12 to 1 to get in front of Del Diggity.
Ooh. It is a nice price, 12 to 1. Anyone with the multi legs with the number five on it, going to do all right. I think it was that 27 and four third quarter she threw at them. They just couldn't make it up after that.
I guess we'll have to do a pick three ticket. We're out of the pick five and the pick four. We just keep grinding down lower. Pick three next. Back in front of his number five, My Only Sunshine. 7-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay mare, owned and trained by Mark Winnicott. Austin Sorry, the winning driver. My Only Sunshine is a second win this season, 12th lifetime. My Only Sunshine won 54 and 4. The second race, number 5, My Only Sunshine, 27-20, 1250, 470. 1 Del Diggity, 240, 210. 2 Dolly Daydream, 230. $2 Exactor, 146.30. Dollar Try, 119.80. Dollar Super, 182.10. And the 20-cent Super is 36.42. $2 double of 2 and 5, $184. Third race up next in 10 minutes. And also, just a reminder again that the kids area, the play area, the kids' tent, is open all summer long now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Head on over to the kids' tent. Unless you're an old fart announcer, then don't bother going over there. The second race order finish from the top: 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 7 scratch. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 6, 7 scratch. There's a look at the paddock camera presented by the Ontario Equine Education and Employment Program. Field for the third race heading out for the post parade. Field for the third on post parade. One is Scratchin' an Itch. Lauren House for Scott McNiven and Lenore and Eric Prince. Number two scratch, Three Country Grace. George Catros drives and trains and owns. Four is Volcanic. Doug McNair for Greg McNair and Barbara Wells. Number five is Vogue Blue Chip. Daryl Thiessen for Rod Boyd and Rick McNeil and John Osinga. Number six, Johnny Law. Jason Ryan for Ben Hollingsworth and Ashley McMillan and Irene McMillan. And number seven, Magdalene. Travis Henry for Sean Stacy and David Lumsden. Field of six, that's the Omega Alpha Pharmaceuticals post parade. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, so far, Sugar, we've had odds on favorites in races one and two. Both go down to defeat, and Volcanic is threatening to be an odds on favorite. What do you think? Can we knock out three in a row?
No, this horse is going to win. Doug is going to send him. This horse loves to be on or near the lead. Even two back when sitting near the back of the bus at the river. Home in 27-4. So a versatile sort. McNair hops on board. He knows this horse. He's been on board for three straight victories back in January and into February. So reuniting, and it might feel so good here for number four, Volcanic, even money.
Yeah, and fresh off of that win in 55, 4 wins in 7 starts, it was really impossible, I think, to go elsewhere in terms of taking a winner on top. But for the exactor ticket, you went to Scratchin' an Itch. It comes back to Grand River. Did not have a lot of fun in that grassroots.
Yeah, but a little tough for him there last time at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The last time he's at Grand River was a really good trip. He traveled first up for a ways and finished fourth. It didn't fade too badly. Clocked up a trip 53-4. I think Lauren will try to have him situated up close in here. I've got him pegged as the exactor factor, but a win would not surprise me at all. I'd be going heavy on the exactor 41. I'd back it up with a soft 1-4.
Yeah, that Scratchin' an Itch put up a 26-3 third panel last time. A problem is the race went in 150-3, and he's not ready to take part in that just yet. But Scratchin' an Itch back in, well, you could say, with his peeps. Scratchin' an Itch is 7-1. Number two is scratched, so we'll go to, how about number five, Vogue Blue Chip. Was racing well, last race not as good.
Yeah, this horse seems to do better when racing up close, when he's in play. He had a couple of runner-up finishes and 2 starts prior to the latest. The 53-2, second best behind Convoy 22. If Daryl could find a spot up close, I think he could sit top 3 or 4. And if that's the case, he's going to hit the try and or super. And the price is right, 12-1.
The one that I used underneath Volcanic for my exactor ticket is number six, Johnny Law. Now, Johnny Law did not lay down the law at the end last time out. Did early, but then tired out. I thought the race 2 starts back, being second to Convoy 22, was a pretty good one and finished in front of Larjon Levi.
Yeah, it was all right, but he kind of did lay down last time off the hot fractions, right? He was on top 26-1, sat 2, a half and 54. But kind of diddled and dawdled through the stretch. I don't think there's any gate speed for this one tonight. I think he's got to go back and follow along and hope to kind of rebuild his confidence, because when they race up close like that and stop badly late, they need a different kind of trip. I think he's taking back in here, Gary.
Yeah, and I think he had an excuse to stop. 26 and 1. He got
Sure.
flying maybe a little too much early, but I expect him to bounce back. But I do agree. I think it's a different style of effort, but nonetheless, Volcanic we expect to erupt here. 3 to 5. It's Scratch and an Itch and Country Grace on the inside. Volcanic and Vogue Blue Chip in the center. Johnny Law, Magicaline, field of 6. The third dash. And the field for race number 3 is all in position. Magical Ian is going to blast out with Volcanic, who is erupting early. Magical Ian, though, is going to come on and get the lead, and then Volcanic is going to be racing the pocket right now. Country Grace is third, Scratch and an Itch is fourth, then Vogue Blue Chip, and Johnny Law took back and is trailing the field. Magical Ian at 12 to 1 leads, and Volcanic is second. Country Grace third in front of Scratch and an Itch, then Vogue Blue Chip and Johnny Law. Magical Ian has the lead in front of the 4 to 5 Volcanic, who's going to pop out now and look to claim the lead. And Volcanic is going to come around quickly and grab the front from Magical Ian, who is happy to ride the pocket. And then Country Grace, Scratch and an Itch, and Vogue Blue Chip. And then Johnny Law is trailing the field. 29 seconds opening quarter. And they work their way up towards the half, and it is Volcanic who's on the lead. Volcanic, Magical Ian is second, Country Grace is third, then Scratch and an Itch and Johnny Law and Vogue Blue Chip. Off a half of 59 and 1 and a 30 and 1 second pedal breather. It is still Volcanic. Magical Ian, Scratch and an Itch now is looking to scratch his way on into contention. Scratch and an Itch has come alongside Magical Ian. That pair is both about a length and 3/4 back, and now Scratch and an Itch is taken over second. Volcanic, Scratch and an Itch, Magical Ian. Johnny Law now is quickly up into the action. 3/4 127. It's Volcanic, Scratch and an Itch, Magical Ian on the inside, and Johnny Law is going to roll out 3 wide and try to get by Scratch and an Itch as well as Volcanic, and on the inside Magical Ian. 127 3/4. Volcanic on down the stretch drive they come, and Volcanic is sharp to the finish, and then it is between Johnny Law and Scratch and an Itch and Magical Ian. Volcanic 154 and 3. Pretty nice, smooth effort. I didn't think there was any thought that any would go by him in the stretch.
Yeah, very strong on the end, Gary. Paced the back half 55 and 2. He would not be caught. I think you picked me off on the exactor, man. I think you're ice cold on that triactor 461.
It's close, and you were right that Johnny Law would take back. I still thought I'd expect a good effort, but he tried different tactics. He sat last early and then was flying late, so we'll see if he managed to get by Scratch and an Itch. We each took a different one to get underneath, and it's within inches, and then Magical Ian on the inside, who was up early, is going to drop back to be fourth, but we'll see. Oh, yes, it is Johnny Law to get the exactor ticket, but a 59 and 1/2 for Volcanic. You could just head to the mutual lines and just stand there and wait for the ticket to be cashable.
Yeah, I agree with that. Volcanic, very nice effort. Great to see Doug McNair going back to the winner's circle at the river. But I think the big story here, though, is Johnny Law. We were right about him taking back. This horse is a stone cold closer. Coming from last into a quickening half, 55 and 2 on the end. I mean, he's pacing his back half on the wide side, 54. Johnny Law going in the right direction. Wait for him next time.
And I did use Scratch and an Itch for third, so I get the try. And you know, you need to get a multi-leg, or I'm not a multi, but you need to get an exactor or a try or a super, because 4 to 5 isn't a great ticket to cash.
Well, we're going to call that one a heart-building win for you then, Gary.
Yeah, I needed it.
Confidence builder, right? Going to be good the rest of the way tonight then, right?
Yeah, not really, but I'll take one. I'll take one. Hey, look, even a broken clock is right twice a day. We're right with
Oh,
461, but it wasn't hard to be right with Volcanic because Volcanic was very bright this evening. 3-year-old Big Jim Brown Colt, owned by Greg McNair and Barbara Wells. Greg McNair is the trainer. Doug McNair, the winning driver. Fifth win in 8 starts for Volcanic. Mile of 154 and 3, a new career mark. The third race payouts for Volcanic, 362.90, 210. 6 Johnny Law, $4 251, scratch and an itch 230. $2 exact 1140. Dollar try $16. And the dollar super 94.40. 20 cent super is 18.88. The third race, order of finish from the top, so 3 scratch 6 1 5 2 4. That's 3 scratch 6 1 5 2 4. Field for the fourth on parade. One is Onyx Bovino. Jay Harris drives for Glenview Livestock. Number 3 is All Right, All Right, All Right. Jason Ryan for Zachary Carroll and Karen Carroll. And number 4 is Hollywood Dale. Travis Henry for Cassidy Schneider and Frank Girovolati and Colonel Schneider Jr. 5 is Wild Dog Holiday. Damian McClellan for Kyle Bossens and William Brown. Number 6, Hurricane for Rigno. Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen and Cody Easton and Alina McLeod. Number 7, Diamond Rider. Semi Failure for Pam Forky and Trail of Sackwine. And number 2 is Larjon Levi. Austin Story for Patrick Bissett and Larry Lane. It's a field of 7 for race number 4. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, your pick of Diamond Rider is interesting because 2 races ago, first start for Pam Forky off a claim, crushed a field at Mohawk. Last race here made a couple of breaks. So they've made some equipment changes. They've tightened up the hobbles an inch and changing sidewalls to Pelling pacifier. You're feeling confident that those changes with Diamond Rider will make the difference.
If those changes can improve this horse any off his latest, he could jog in here. I can't believe the price right now at 8-1. You know, replays are great, Gary. The replay for Johnny Law in the third. I did my own chart line on him. He's got a back half likely to show up in 54-4. Again, we'll look for him next time, Johnny Law. But in this race, I went back to the replay for Diamond Rider. I mean, he shows a couple of breaks right off the car. He's like 3 deep through the opening turn. Never saw a pylon. Like the program line doesn't really do him justice. If I'd have to work in the brakes and being parked the mile, I'd be putting his effort likely 51 speed for his latest effort. And that puts him right in play with number 2, Larjon Levi. 7-2, starting to take action right now. But I could honestly see him going away here tonight at 2-1. I mean, all he has to do is stay pacing, and he could romp.
Well, and that June 12th start suggests that you're right because romped in 51, could have gone more, came home in 26-3, certainly wasn't finished. Yeah. Others to look at, well, number 2, Larjon Levi moves up a level from non-winners to 2, but boy, 51-4 last him out for a victory suggests he should be okay in the non-winners at 3.
He should be okay. Yeah, he was shaving 2 seconds off what he normally shows at the Grand River Raceway. Went from 53-4 miles to 51-4. Can he show up with a similar performance? Well, he did have that hot first half 54 to follow up on in the latest, so that certainly helped in getting him to the winner's circle in 51 and change. I think he might go back to his 52 or 53 kind of speed tonight. And if that happens, it opens up the door in a big way for number 7.
Yeah, and even though that was his first win of the year, he won 8 out of 19 starts last year. He was a really good 3-year-old. Number 6, Hurricane Ferrigno is a first-time starter for Jody Cullen. And you always have to respect what Jody sends out.
Right on. First time for them coming in from BC and Alberta. Century Downs, they have what's called an 11/16 track. A little bit bigger than the 5/8, but a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. How does that work out? I was never good with fractions. Good with straight math, never good with fractions.
Well, we're what you can call a 10/16 track, so it's a 16th of a mile larger oval. Hurricane de Ferrigno, Travis Cullen driving, strong connections and shows some recent form there as well. So one you got to at least consider, 4-1. And then I went to Onyx Bovino as my second choice, and your fourth one certainly has been racing well in this class.
A must play. It's the back quarters, right? It still shows 29, 28-3. But I think there's horses in here that it can flash 27 and maybe 28 flat on the end of their miles. Onyx Bovino, one to think about, of course, with runner-up finishes, last 2. He's got the win 3 back. He's a must-play for the Superfecta. But as a favorite, I just can't get there. I'm going to stay with 7 Diamond Rider. Love the chances and still love that price.
Well, and the money is moving towards Onyx Bovino. Now even
Wow.
money. Diamond Riders at 5 to 1. I now get a little pop in the price on two Larjon Levi. I want to see if you can back it up and come here with two sharp ones. Certainly outstanding last time out. Onyx Bovino, Larjon Levi on the inside with all right. Hollywood Dale, Wild Doc Holiday to the outside. Hurricane Ferrigno and Diamond Rider. Field of 7, the fourth dash on a wonderful Wednesday. We are gathered at the river. And the field for the fourth race is at the start of the rough, and Hurricane Ferrigno blasting out with Wild Doc Holiday. And then all right. Onyx Bovino is racing fourth, Larjon Levi fifth, and Hollywood Deo. Diamond Rider relaxed away is trailing the field. Wild Doc Holiday leading a little bit steppy right now. And on the outside, Hurricane Ferrigno. And then all right. It is Wild Doc Holiday and Hurricane Ferrigno. All right, is third, and then racing fourth is Onyx Bovino as they work their way on up towards us. But Onyx Bovino is about a dozen lengths off the lead of the top two. Wild Doc Holiday on the inside, and Hurricane Ferrigno. They are going at it off a 26 opening quarter. They are still motoring. Wild Doc Holiday has issued the parking ticket to Hurricane Ferrigno and Travis Cullen. Then it's about 6 lengths back to all right. Larjon Levi quickly took out now. Onyx Bovino, then Hollywood Deo, and Diamond Rider has a lot of work to do, is trailing. But they went an unbelievable half of 53 and 3. And there goes Larjon Levi. And now is going to come on and leverage that early speed into taking the lead himself now. Larjon Levi from the backfield. Look at Diamond Rider come. Diamond Rider was last early, but now is just picking up horses one by one. Has moved up to take over third. Onyx Bovino is racing second. Diamond Rider is third. Hurricane Ferrigno. Then all right. And Hollywood Deo and Wild Doc Holiday. 3/4. 122 and 3, and it is Larjon Levi with Diamond Rider bearing down on the outside. Larjon Levi, Diamond Rider, and Onyx Bovino, they come on down the stretch drive. Diamond Rider's going to blow on by and win it. And then finishing second, it looked to be Larjon Levi over all right. Onyx Bovino, 152 flat. Diamond Rider only raced half a mile, but it only took the half mile because took the first half off and then just said, okay, let's get to work.
Oh boy. Boom, we found one. uh, I liked the chances for him. I mean, sitting near the back, cutthroat fractions, 26 onto a 53 and 3/2. Larjon Levi, the big push through that third quarter. But I thought the speed would come back to this Diamond Rider, and it certainly did. He had the best pace getting home this evening. He even had the best pace getting home in his latest, where he showed those brakes. So for me, I loved him tonight.
Listen, if you're going to take a horse back off the gate from an outside post position, you want them to just torch it up front, and that's what they did. And he had to
Yeah,
be saying, oh, they'll be coming back to me.
exactly what happened. I mean, no love for the invader that showed up for Team Cullen Hurricane for Rigno. He absolutely got the worst of it. But he stayed on pretty good for a horse that was out there through a 53 and 3 halftime. But definitely set it up for the closers. And from way back, Diamond Rider, good to go.
And your top two were the 7, 2, and 6, and your third one was Hurricane Ferrigno, who, I mean, we're going to have to watch for that one next time out because
Yeah,
today, I mean, that's just a trip that you can't really win from, but he's certainly going to be heard from. That'll be one that'll warm him up. But you were all over Diamond Rider. It was a gem of a selection because Diamond Rider is going to pay on 7 to 2. Diamond Rider, 4-year-old Dally Bay Gelding, owned by Triple S Equine, trained by Pam Forgy. Sammy Fillion, the winning driver, fourth win for Diamond Rider this season, fourth win lifetime. Diamond Rider. A gem of a closing effort. 152 flat. That is career win number 4. Fourth race, payout 7 Diamond Rider, 910 to 840, 620. To Larjan Levi, 340, 290. And 3 all right, 340. $2 exactor, 38.30. Dollar try, 245.95. Dollar super, 643.25. The fourth race, or finish from the top, 423. 5671 scratch. That's 423 561 scratch on the bottom.
I'm Natasha Day. I train and drive harness racing horses at London, Ontario. These are my main products that I use in my racehorse barn that are all Omega Alpha, the Biotic 8, the Immune Plus, the Anti-Flam, which is great for the horses after they've had a hard day racing. The Biotic 8, I swear by it. Get all the dapples out, gets the old coat out, gets everything pumping and moving and makes the shine really come out.
Field on post parade for race number 5. 1 is All-Star Bruiser Jason Ryan for Matt Dupuy and Mike Safdie. Number 2 is not there, but 3 is Cleveland. Well, there is 2. Snow Park, Travis Cullen for Ashley Lenvo and Gino Toscani. And number 3 is Cleveland Enzo, Paul McKenzie for Gary McDonald and Christina Soundy. Number 4 is My Little Friend, Brett McDonough for Natalie Elliott and Shen Go. 5, The Cheeky Bugger, Damien McClellan for Emma Christoforou and Charles Christoforou. And number 6, Hello Darkness, Alan Malloy for Anthony Beaton and Pat McHale, and Leonard McHale and John Boschman. Number 7 is Papa Joe, Scott Young for Craig Gilmore and Herman Barndole, and Wendy Warren Timpano. Number 8 is Don't Play With Fire, J.B. Bruno for Julie Walker and Len Gamble. And number 9 is Cincinnati, Daryl Thiessen for Derek Anderson and Gordon Mason. Field of 9, race number 5. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, Sugar, you steered people in the right direction in the 4th race. You got a big win with Diamond Rider, and you're steering people to Hello Darkness right here. So, my old friend, what about Hello Darkness?
Why not to come right back? I remember this fella from last week. I said, what a nice, big, strong looking son of shadow play. And we know Alan Malloy. I know him well from Fraser Downs. I don't know him personally, but I know the way he drives out there. And that is to put them in play on or near the lead. So I see the same thing happening this week with Hello Darkness. Anthony Beaton stays with Alan Malloy, and I'm going to stay with this one too. I think he looks great.
Well, we're both on Hello Darkness at 4-1. I would love it if that price would hold. Your second choice is Papa Joe. I want to run through 5 of them here, so we'll move through quickly. Papa Joe is a second start. Missed a bit of time before that last race.
For sure. It's the second start back off the layoff angle, and some sharp performances, too, in coming back. 27 and change in each of the last 2, one being the qualifier and one is the start. The answer could be the answer right here. Number 7 at 7-1. Love it.
Scott Young and Craig Gilmore. 9, Cincinnati. Well, this is one that was really good in the maiden class last time out. Tough post position, but certainly looked sharp.
This horse learned lots last time, learned how to fight. He wouldn't give up. He wouldn't give in. He kept on right until the end, going by the pace setter. Really something to build on. 5-1. You got to include him in the high 5.
The next one up is number 1, All-Star Bruiser. I used this one for second, and, well, we saw earlier this evening steel to aluminum shoes up front kind of be a winning shoe change on My Only Sunshine. Can it shine here for All-Star Bruiser?
I had him pegged as a 4th best player in here, but after the shoeing change came up, I wrote in the change, and right next to it, I put Beware with a big circle around it. So there's your Beware play of the night here in race number 5. All-Star Bruiser. Expect a whole lot more here.
No Beware value, but my second choice, All-Star Bruiser, in behind Hello Darkness that we both like. And number 3, Cleveland Enzo. Well, he's one that ended up finishing 3rd last time out at 40-1.
Fitting in well. I kind of liked him last time. I like him for a piece of the high 5. Nice back quarters. I think you got to box up 1, 3, 6, 7, 9, and hope for the best on this high 5 play.
You know who I think we're missing maybe is the Cheeky Bugger, and maybe it's just because I keep thinking burger instead of bugger, and maybe I'm just hungry, but I think the 5 just might have a shot here. This is just the second start of the season off a 3rd.
Well, here's what I got for you. Damien McClellan parked out Cullen last race to a 1/53. Cullen is inside of him here with the 2, and Damien's got the 5. I want no part of 2 or 5 in this one.
Might not go well. It's a field of 9, All-Star Bruiser, Snowport, Cleveland Enzo on the inside. In the center, My Little Friend and the Cheeky Bugger. And Hello Darkness to the outside, Papa Joe, Don't Play With Fire. The second here is Cincinnati. It's a field of 9 for race number 5. They're into the backstretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. And the field for race number 5 is at the start of the rough, and Hello Darkness is going to leave out with My Little Friend and Snowport. And Snowport is going to shovel out quickly to get the lead. My Little Friend, Hello Darkness, Cincinnatus. Papa Joe is racing fifth. All-Star Bruiser sixth. Cleveland Enzo. Then the Cheeky Bugger and Don't Play with Fire's trailing to field. Snowport at 9-1's got the lead. Hello Darkness continues to march on the outside. Hello Darkness on the outside. Wants to come alongside Snowport and then clear to the front. 27 seconds. Solid opening panel. Hello Darkness on the outside is driving against Snowport. Hello Darkness and Snowport. Snowport right now is parking out Hello Darkness. And My Little Friend, Cincinnatus on the outside, is racing already, popping out and is second over fourth and is within striking distance. And Papa Joe also popped out and is now looking out three wide, following Cincinnatus, who moved out three wide to go past Hello Darkness, who doesn't appear to have it. Papa Joe is fourth, and then All-Star Bruiser on the outside. Hello Darkness on the inside is about 5 lengths off the lead, half of 56-2. It is Snowport and Cincinnatus and My Little Friend, Papa Joe within striking distance. All-Star Bruiser, Hello Darkness, Cleveland Enzo, the Cheeky Bugger, and then Don't Play with Fire trailing, but now getting into gear. Off of 56-2 halftime, they get by three quarters, 125-4. Cincinnatus and Daryl Thiessen has the lead. All-Star Bruiser is really coming now. Papa Joe, center of the track, All-Star Bruiser, and also Cleveland Enzo is coming at the end of the mile. All-Star Bruiser now is coming on the outside and is taking a lead. All-Star Bruiser, here comes Cleveland Enzo. All-Star Bruiser, Cleveland Enzo, and Cincinnatus on the inside, but All-Star Bruiser 153. Then My Little Friend and Cincinnatus, and then it looked like it was a Snowport on the inside, 156-1. All-Star Bruiser, steel to aluminum shoes up front. You said, beware.
Indeed, beware. And you know what? I mentioned start of the show. I've been watching quite a bit of Woodbine Mohawk Park lately, and Randy Waples, anytime he's talking about shoeing changes, it seems to be that the steel to aluminum factor up front. So I remembered it onto this card, and we've seen two very sharp winners with that angle tonight.
Yeah, my second choice in behind Hello Darkness, who just didn't have it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that horse was done prior to the half. He got hung out to dry through that quarter 27 flat, and just a young horse, still kind of learning, but he didn't like getting the cold horse shoulder early in there.
Yeah, and then there's All-Star Bruiser, and All-Star Bruiser came on really nicely, and Jason Ryan's just got this one well in hand at the finish. And then a little bit close for second, but actually it was My Little Friend. So instead of Hello Darkness, my old friend, it's My Little Friend.
Yeah, that My Little Friend at 35-1, certainly going to sweeten up that high five payout behind All-Star Bruiser. If the 4 wins that, there would have been a pick 5 carryover. The live money was only on to the 1, 3, 6, 7, and 9 there, Gary.
Also, with Hello Darkness taking a lot of money and being completely off the ticket, that should probably help it. But actually, All-Star Bruiser ended up dropping down to being the 6-5 favorite.
Still, though, you got big prices underneath and no 6 to be found. This is monster or maybe even carryover time for the high five.
It's a 1-4-9-2-3 top 5, and coming back in front of us, 3-year-old Believe in Bruiser Bay gelding, owned by Mike Saftik and DOP Racing. Matt Dupuis is the trainer. Jason Ryan. Ricky Bobby with the winning drive. It's the second win for All-Star Bruiser this year and lifetime. The fifth race payouts one All-Star Bruiser. 440, 430, 390. For My Little Friend, 2850 and 880. And 9 Cincinnati's 380. $2 exactor, 218.70. Dollar try, 1687.25. 20-cent high five pays 2332.34. We had a dollar pick three of 50.45. The dollar pick four is 3140.35. In fact, a 20-cent pick four, 628.07, and a 20-cent pick five, $2,017.65. Ka-ching. Fifth race, or her finish from the top, is a 145,279,683. That's 145,279,683 in the bottom.
Hey kids, do you like to write stories or poems or draw pictures of horses? We're running 2 contests from now until August 31st with a total prize money of $3,500. For the Youth Literary Derby, Ontario students in grades 3 to 8 can submit either a short story or a poem with standardbred theme. Poems and stories are judged separately. If you like to draw, then the Youth Art Derby might be for you. This one is open to students in grades 3 to 12, and you can do a drawing or a sketch of anything standardbred related. Check out our website for more inspiration and more information, bgracingalliance.ca.
Alrighty, we are back, folks. It's the back half of this Wednesday night program at Grand River Raceway, set to begin with a pick 5 play. All pace Wednesday. If you like the trotters, lots of those happening. Lots of trots are featured on Friday evening. One of my favorites, Chip Happened, is in to go on Friday night. He'll be looking to double up at the river. Let's take a look at some pick 5 ticket ideas starting up here in race number 6. We're going inside. Let's bring that ticket up. 1, 2, and 3. Could it be that easy? Easy as 1, 2, 3, maybe for this late pick 5. I'm in for $19.80 on a 20-cent wager. We'll include Sea Life Hanover, Tyler Jones with us tonight. Chase the Cheddar. Big Deuce last time out. Garrett Rooney stays on for Cassidy Schneider, and a Super Puncher who's been doing good things for Pat Hudon. All included in the opening leg of this late pick 5. Race number 7. I'm too deep in there with Convoy 22 trying to bounce back. Also including number 6, Devil's Wish, coming in from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Austin Sorey gets the call for Anthony Beaton. We're going to go deepest of all in the middle leg. Race 8 with 2, 3, 4, and 5, cutting it back to too deep in the 9th, too deep in the 10th. Again, we're in for $19.80 on the 20-cent pick 5 play. Gary Guy, his late pick 5. Let's bring it on up. The late pick 5 at the river for Gary Guy. He's on the same angle, 1, 2, and 3, though he did pick the 3 for second, Super Puncher. He's on the 1, 5, and 6, race 7. Cuts it back to too deep in race number 8 with the Better Not Mock Me, Ladies from Hell. It's the birthday try for Travis Cullen, race 8 with Better Not Mock Me, at opposed to Travis celebrating his birthday with us tonight at the river. Gary going 3 deep in the 9th, and he singles up in the finale, number 2, Ms. Quicksand, 1080 for Gary on his 20-cent pick 5 play. Conley Ecclestone, maybe, with a pick 5 ticket idea as well. There it is for Connolly. Couple of singles for Connolly. Singles up Sea Life Hanover on the rail, race 6. And he's with Gary on the end, singling up number 2, Ms. Quicksand. Jason Ryan with another live bullet in the finale. 640 to play along with Connolly on the 20-cent pick 5. Next voice you'll hear, Gary Guy with the Post Parade, race 6. Good luck.
Field for race number 6 on parade. And number 1, Sea Life Hanover, Tyler Jones for Luke Bland, Determination. Number 2 is Chase the Cheddar Garrett Rooney for Cassidy Schneider and Colonel Schneider Jr. Number 3, Super Puncher Pat Houdon tries and trains for Tomai Mechanical and William Cripps and Nelson Craig. 4 is Don't Quit Your Day Job, Scott Young for John Pentland and VMB Stable. Six is Wicked Dancer, Travis Henry for Sean Stacy and Hudson Stanbreds and William Hunter. Number 7, Wicked Ending, Brett McDonough for James Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. 8 is All Time Rock, Austin Story for Brian Ramsey. And 5 is Harbor Light Jimmy, Damian McClellan for Kyle Bostons and Ralph Jardine. Field of 8 for race number 6. Let's get right to it. And, well, Sea Life Hanover, Tyler Jones for Luke Blay. One that was a big-time yearling purchase, $210,000. And a 3-year-old that's just getting started in his career. But some good speed recently at Mohawk.
Indeed, kind of finding his groove, right? Gary, we've seen 5 different winning drivers thus far tonight from the 5 races. We've seen Doug McNair come in to win. We've seen Bob McClure come in to win. Why not Tyler Jones hitting the winner's circle as well? He's on this one. Sea Life Hanover in from the big track, sitting on a win here at 8-5.
And he shows some big speed. 26 and 4, third panel last time out. Well meant one. Looks solid 2 on the track, 3-2. Number 2, Chase the Cheddar, is one that came chasing late, trying to catch Mr. Commodore. Couldn't get the job done, but finished a solid second.
The only thing I can guarantee about Chase the Cheddar is that he will not be in the front half of the field early. There's absolutely zero gate speed for this horse. But a ton of speed late. I mean, he was really good. The start prior to his latest, where he parked most of the mile to win in 55 and 3, and absolutely flying on the end of his latest, home in 27 and 4, 53 and 4 trip in there to be second best behind Mr. Commodore. If Garrett Rooney is close, turning for home, might be another beware angle here for you at 9-2.
And number 3 is Super Puncher and Grumpy Pat Houdon. This is one that's been racing really consistently well here.
He's going to be one that we're going to be looking for each and every time. He's been almost perfect at Grand River Raceway with a pair of wins. Then he was right there to be third, just missing in the latest to Carson's Buck and Go. Pat Houdon, likely to have him on or near the lead again and likely to be in the mix late. 8-5 favorite currently. Back and forth between 1 and 3 here.
I love seeing Pat get back in the winner's circle, glad handing everybody and smiles for everybody. Super Puncher certainly has been racing well, and he's got to be a consideration for the top 3 and the win. All Time Rock has to deal with a tough post position, but shows a good last race at Mohawk.
I don't mind this horse at all tonight. You're getting 19-1 for a gate blasting threat. He's showing 26 and 3 in the latest on the lead and a mile and 52. You're getting Austin Sorey hopping on board. Absolutely the best value on the board right now. I can't believe this horse is 19-1.
You know, a horse that I think can be a sleeper, but I don't know what to expect out of him tonight is number 6, Wicked Dancer. Missed some time. The last couple races weren't good, but I saw this one back in May at Flamborough. You saw him race well in a grassroots May 30th at London.
We'll give him a fringe play possibility, maybe a piece of the try, superfecta. You can have him. I'll take the 8 at triple the odds.
Well, there you go. Yeah, and it's just that with Wicked Dancer, I know the ability is there, but he's been off and it hasn't been showing up of late. But
sure.
Sitting at 6-1. We both think Sea Life Hanover is the one to beat, and right now he's 9-5 at Sea Life Hanover. Chase the Cheddar, Super Puncher on the inside. Don't Quit Your Day Job, and Harbor Light Jimmy in the center. The outside, Wicked Dancer, Wicked Ending, and All Time Rock. It's a field of 8 for race number 6. And the field for the 6th race is at the start of the rough, and from the outside, All Time Rock is rocking with Wicked Ending. Also leaving is Wicked Dancer, and Don't Quit Your Day Job, and Sea Life Hanover is fifth away, and goes off stride. Super Puncher inherits fifth now. Then Harbor Light Jimmy, Chase the Cheddar, and Sea Life Hanover with that early break for Tyler Jones is well back now. All Time Rock at 8-1. Rocks out for Austin Sorry to take the lead. Then Wicked Ending. The two outside posts have the top two spots. Then Don't Quit Your Day Job and Wicked Dancer, 26-4. Lively opening panel put up by All Time Rock. Wicked Ending is chasing right along in the pocket. And racing third, Don't Quit Your Day Job. Then Wicked Dancer is fourth. Then it's a gap of two or three. Super Puncher is fifth. Now driving to the outside is Chase the Cheddar. Then Harbor Light Jimmy and Sea Life Hanover is well back. 26-4 opening quarter. The field heads up towards the half, and half of 56-1. 29-2. Second panel. All Time Rock. Now, Don't Quit Your Day Job is coming on and is working in the evening now and is coming on, and it is All Time Rock. Don't Quit Your Day Job is taken second. Wicked Ending is third. Wicked Dancer is situated second over fourth, and Super Puncher has to punch a little bit more, is racing fifth, and by three quarters, All Time Rock 124-2. All Time Rock at 8-1 is rocking and rolling. Wicked Dancer is coming on, but still has lots of work to do, but now has taken second. Don't Quit Your Day Job, and then Super Puncher is racing position fourth, and then Chase the Cheddar. But All Time Rock is just rocking and rolling. Give me that good old All Time Rock is going to take this one and win it going away. Super Puncher did pick up second. Third looked like Don't Quit Your Day Job, and then Wicked Dancer. 152-4. All Time Rock. As the pick five tickets, a lot of them probably just got thrown on the floor.
Oh boy, Gary. Gate blasting ability was there. I mean, we talked him up a bit when he was 18-1. He did take some late money. Still an 8-1 value player to start up this pick five. My only bad is that I like the 1, 2, 3, and 8. I only used 1, 2, and 3 to start up my pick five play, but what a drop. I mean, his mark was 59-2 coming in off a win at Sarnia last season, and just shaves multiple seconds. I mean, he was doing nothing but running up the score here, Gary.
Yeah, and I mean, he did blast last time out at Mohawk to the front and stuck around for a third. So his last race was good, 52-4, but he went 23-1 last race in a maiden at Mohawk, and now here in this class that's one level up from the maiden class and gets that score. And I mean, it was a score that it was a thumping.
I think folks know now. You cannot ignore post 7 and 8 here at the river. You used to be able to turn the blind eye on the half dollar, but we're on the 5/8. The 8 hole is all right for me. I mean, this horse made front quite easy.
Well, and it's a different kind of 5/8, as you alluded to, where they leave with quite a bit of straight runway before they get to the turn.
Exactly.
So, and even though the 7 Wicked Ending left out, All Time Rock was able to beat that one off the gate from the outside. You get that slanted gate that also gives the advantage towards the outside if you get one up on the gate, and Austin Sorry had this one right on the gate.
Yeah, and that's why we're seeing inflated prices on many of these horses leaving 6, 7, and 8 at the river. I mean, I think I said to you, I can't believe this horse was like 18-1. I mean, good on players to come from late. Austin Sorry certainly had a game plan and just romped in there. Great to see.
Value on the outside as people just dismiss the outside thinking it's, you know, different kind of track surface than it really is. An all-time Rock and Austin Sorry gets the job done. 3-year-old Rockin' Image Bay Colt, owned by Brian Ramsey. Brian's also the trainer. Austin Sorry, the winning driver. First win on the season. Second lifetime all-time Rock. 152-4 for a new mark. The sixth race payouts at Old Time Rock, 1948-20, 673 Super Puncher, 493.80. For Don't Quit Your Day Job, 510, $2 exactor, 115.90. Dollar Try, 321.25. 20-cent Super, $700, 71 cents. The sixth race order finished from the tops in 852-36471. That's 852-36471 on the bottom.
Right on. We're back. We're back now with the start of the late pick four at the river. Oh, would like to have the start of the pick five with that all-time rock upsetting at 8-1. Again, he went from a 159 and 2 life best as a 2-year-old over Sarnia's 5/8. He goes 52 and 4 over the river this evening. Austin Sorry driving for the double. Again, 1940 win price, but he raced and won like a 3-5 shot. So here we go into race number 7. We're going to hope for number 1, Convoy 22, to have a bounce back effort in him tonight. A rail advantage there after parking through a quick quarter mile in the latest. 26 and 1 was touching down on the lead and just let up, softened up late in the mile last time. Still paced 53 and 1, but the big trip before that 52 and 1. If he can find that kind of speed tonight, he'd be a tough cookie to take down in here. We're also going to try the 6 Devil's Wish. Austin Sorry having himself a night. That'll be for the driving triple should he get there aboard Devil's Wish coming in from Woodbine Mohawk Park. Gonna go 4 deep. Race number 8. We're with the 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great looking field of pacing mares. You got Better Not Mock Me. A great chance for driver Travis Cullen to win on his birthday. You've got Ladies from Hell, the Queen of London at a post 3. Yoda Queen picks up Sammy Filion tonight. Chelsea's Choice. Another live bullet possibility for Austin Sorry, race 8. 9th race, we're using 2, Waiting on a Woman. Another chance for Cullen to hit the winner's circle with number 7, Missed Amber, possibly at a price for the answer. Scott Young on the outside looking in there. 5 deep on the end of the pick 4 play. The way the ticket looks on the screen, $16 even on a 20-cent wager. We got a couple of more tickets to throw at you. One for Gary Guy, another for Conley Ecclestone. It's the late pick 4 at Grand River Raceway, part of the go-to wagering menu at this track. Gary opting for 3 deep, the opening leg, using 1, 5, and 6. He's on the rail with Convoy 22, also with Mr. Commodore and Devil's Wish. Race 8 for Gary. It's where we're on the same page. Better Not Mock Me, Ladies from Hell. 2, 5, and 4 for Gary in the 9th, and he's back to another single in the finale with number 2, Ms. Quicksand, who's facing much easier competition. To play along with Gary, only $3.60 on the 20-cent ticket, and one more ticket for the pick 4, Conley Ecclestone. Let's see what you got, Conley. He's 4 deep, races 7 and 9. He's got to get back to 2 deep in race 8, and he too will single up Ms. Quicksand on the class drop in the finale. Jason Ryan tries to take down the finale aboard the class dropper Ms. Quicksand. She's a must play on the end of the pick 4. Conley's in for $6.40 on the 20-cent wager. A little over a minute, and then we'll see them on post parade. Gary Guy with the parade and the call. Good luck on the late pick 4.
Field 4, race number 7 on parade. One is Convoy 22. Damian McClellan for Kyle Bostonson, High Stakes Incorporated, and Nancy McNevin. Number 2, Scratch 3, Long Shot Panic. Jason Ryan for Wayne Smith. Four is Brightside Maceo, Sammy Fillion for Julie Walker and Darlene Carr. And number 5 is Mr. Commodore, Jay Harris for Claire Bradshaw and Brian Jamieson. Number 6, Devil's Wish, Austin Sorey for Anthony Beaton and Kevin McKinley and Martin Van Beek and Brandon Guerrera. It is a field of 5, a slim field for race number 7. There's your Omega Alpha Pharmaceuticals post parade. Let's start with number 6, Devil's Wish. And, you know, I wish those last couple races didn't look so bad. I just couldn't jump in. But I also know that this one came a pretty big back half last time out, and you see a 52 and 3 mile, 2 starts back. So the transition could do wonders.
Right. I like this horse. The hot hands thus far tonight belong to driver Austin Sorey. I just put up a post on X/Twitter. All-time rock, big trip, of course, 52 and 4. But though he did match that speed at Woodbine Mohawk Park in his latest, and we're seeing lots of that, Gary. The horses coming in from the big track of Woodbine Mohawk Park are sometimes showing similar speed when switching over to the 5/8. Grand River, very fast 5/8 miler here in Ontario.
Yeah, Devil's Wish, 141 to 1 last time out, and is now 2 to 1. So fans are certainly expecting Devil's Wish to show up here and be devilishly good. But you know, I wished in a different direction. I came right back to Convoy 22. I know that this one hasn't shown some of the speed of Devil's Wish on the big track, but Convoy 22 did get a win here in 52 and 1 in this non-winners 2 class, 2 races to go. Had 3 wins in a row. Not as good last race, but I think he's got an excuse.
Did have an excuse. He parked at a quarter, right? 26 and 1. I think the best angle for Damien in here would be to grab up and maybe follow a helmet this time with Convoy 22. You know, he's been on the lead a few times in recent starts. Getting parked through that hot opening quarter last time out, you don't want to sour him up on wanting to cut a mile out and win one. So I think this horse needs a trip tonight. Put him on a helmet, follow along, see what you can get late. 3 to 5 for me. I just can't get there for him tonight to win it at that price.
I don't know. I think you're being too conservative. Send him. Convoy 22. But, well, you know, I do understand it. And look, easy for me to say I don't own the horse. But that's one start. And look, he's looked so good up close to the pace. His best efforts have come from up close to the pace. Convoy 22. Number 5, Mr. Commodore. Well, why not use him in your top 2? Because last time out, he romped.
Right. Nice horse. Kind of at the top of his game right now. A life best 153 and 3. I mean, the lineup has got to be 1, 5, and 6. 5, 1, 6, 6, 5, 1. Those are your top 3. I'd be heavy on a triactor box, and I'd maybe playing the 1 for second and third. Again, at 3 to 5 right now, just too heavy because the 5 and 6 can go with him.
Yeah, and the thing with Mr. Commodore, that was he dropped down a level below this one, comes back up. But, you know, Long Shot Panic, that horse is listening to all this and saying, hey, did you not see how I raced last time out? I was pretty dang good.
That was a big move. Thiessen teamed him up through that third quarter to match strides with the leader late in the mile. That was a big move. I could get behind this one for a top 3 or 4 finish. I just don't think he can win it.
Well, he doesn't have to beat many to get a top 3 or 4. It's a field of 5. Convoy 22 on the inside with Long Shot Panic in the center, Brightside Maceo. And to the outside, Mr. Commodore and Devil's Wish. It's a field of 5. It is race number 7 on a Wednesday, warmish Wednesday, as we are gathered at the river. Field for the 7th race. Moves on into position. Field for the 7th race is at the start of the rough. And it is Long Shot Panic, Mr. Commodore, Convoy 22 on the inside. To the outside, Devil's Wish. Devil's Wish is third now. Convoy 22 is fourth, and Brightside Maseo is fifth. And it is Mr. Commodore who's trying to sail on and grab the lead. Mr. Commodore. Long Shot Panic is racing second. Devil's Wish, Convoy 22, Brightside Maseo is trailing the field. Mr. Commodore and Jay Harris has got the lead, 27-3 opening quarter. Mr. Commodore, Long Shot Panic is filling the pocket. Devil's Wish is third in front of Convoy 22, and then Brightside Maseo. Off a 27-3 opening quarter, they race on up towards the half, and on top is Mr. Commodore, who's just sailing along at a lead of a couple of lengths right now. Long Shot Panic is second. Devil's Wish now is wishes to come to the outside and is moving and giving cover to Convoy 22. And Brightside Maseo, it is Mr. Commodore. And on the outside, Devil's Wish shares second with Long Shot Panic on the inside. And Convoy 22 is getting up a little bit closer now. And then Brightside Maseo, 56-4 halftime. Mr. Commodore has a visitor. Devil's Wish is alongside knocking on the door. It is Devil's Wish and Mr. Commodore, and Convoy 22 is racing third. Then Long Shot Panic, Devil's Wish has come on to get the lead, and then Convoy 22 on the outside. Devil's Wish might have to deal with Convoy 22, and on the inside, 22 trying to track down Devil's Wish. Convoy 22, Devil's Wish, they're going to fight to the finish, and Devil's Wish and Convoy 22. Convoy 22 appeared to get there. Devil's Wish, it's tight between those two. Long Shot Panic, 154 flat. I'm not sure who it was. I thought maybe Convoy 22, but one thing for sure that I'm certain with is that you were right to say a different plan of attack this evening for Convoy 22.
Yeah, it had to be. You can't race horses hard and on the lead start after start, especially when you park through a quick quarter of 26 and change. I mean, it's all about managing a horse, right? I mean, this horse got 12 starts in was 2025 season, but it's a long season ahead. You can't run them off their feet. It was a perfect steer, a confident steer, and a heart-building win now tonight. What appears to be Convoy 22 from off the pace. Yeah, nice victory, a nice bounce-back effort, and now the horse has his confidence back. He's kind of fresh, likely, and we'll look forward to see him again at the river.
And of course, it's set up well that he set second over in behind the one that you likely assume he would have to beat. And here's your slow motion. But Convoy 22, as the wire is coming up, and kaboom, comes on by Devil's Wish. So even though he took back, he got the spot that he wanted on the back of the one that he'd have to beat.
100%. There was never really any sense of urgency for Damien. The biggest surprise for me in here was how much he got bet. I did not see 2-5 coming on this horse. I mean, the players were on him quite heavy, and not lucky to get the job done. Just a nice freshening up kind of trip. A different scenic route for this horse tonight, who's been kind of used hard on and near the lead in recent starts. Just a nice bounce back for him.
Probably a good shot to start another win streak. And in the nominators at two, Convoy 22 was outstanding. And Damien McClellan with the victory, trying it from off the pace and coming on by. Convoy 22 is a 4-year-old better than Shatterbay Gelding by High Stakes Incorporated and Nancy McNevin. Kyle Boston's the trainer. Damien McClellan, the winning driver. 5th win on the season. 7th win lifetime. Convoy 22, 154 flat. Seventh race payouts: 1 Convoy 22, 290, 210, 210. 6 Devil's Wish 370, 210, and 3 Long Shot Panic 240. $2 exact or $9. Dollar try 10.30. Dollar super 23.90. The seventh race, so we're finished in the top. 1 scratch 3, 4 5 2 scratch. That's 1 scratch 3, 4 5 2 scratch on the bottom. Field for the 8th on Parade 1, Carson Scuda, Louis Gregg for Vicky Gregg and David Carson. Number 2, Better Not Mock Me, Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen and Wayne McRae. Number 3, Ladies from Hell, Garrett Rooney for Mike Sumner and Shea Sumner. 4 is Yoda Queen, Sammy Filya for Julie Walker. Number 5, Chelsea's Choice, Austin Sorry for Ricky Montgomery and Chelsea Hughes. Number 6 is Golden Leader, Dale Spence for Mitchell Tierney and Lynn Cameron. Number 7, Getting Euchred, Travis Henry for Brent Ballore and Ron Thompson. Field of 7, race number 8. There's your Omega Alpha Pharmaceuticals post-parade. Let's get a look, and I'm shocked that 3 Ladies from Hell is offering 7 to 1. When I make my picks, I don't know what the odds are going to be. I take a guess, but would not have guessed you could get Ladies from Hell at 7 to 1. I think it's going to drop from there.
Oh, and she looks really good here, Gary. I do have her on top. She has to be sitting first or second in here. She's a nice bounce back deuce in the latest, pacing in 53 flat over the river. No way she goes away at this kind of price. Garrett Rooney's got a great grip on her right here, and now a strong exactor factor with these.
Yeah, and look at, I said I couldn't believe 7 to 1, so it goes up to 13 to 1, but I do believe it'll come down. Look, number 2, Better Not Mock Me, back to back to back, 51 and change in a couple, and 51 flat last time out. And Better Not Mock Me sent out of the Jody Cullen barn, so there's a lot of positives. You also see Better Not Mock Me finishing second here in a preferred 2, 3-back.
I think she gets a great shot here. We've got a friend of the show, Jamie Marchment. Folks around the backstretch would know him as Jum. Works for the Cullen Barn. He wanted to make sure we got a birthday wish out to Travis Cullen, especially for this 8th race. So maybe a little bit of inside info there. I don't know. Better Not Mock Me could be his birthday win here.
Well, and right now, a few people are backing Better Not Mock Me 1 to 2 on the board. I anticipated this one being the favorite, but I thought more like about 2 to 1. Others to get a look at: number 5, Chelsea's Choice, a third and a second in the last couple of starts. And Chelsea's Choice, that's a decent group that Chelsea's Choice was in with last time, and pretty competitive for third.
And you're getting a pretty good set of hands tonight with Austin Sorey hitting the winner's circle a few times. And I wholeheartedly agree with you on the 2. Better Not Mock Me. Should be more like 2 to 1, 5 to 2. I don't see any horse deserving of 3 to 5 action in this field. Really nice group of pacing mares. Chelsea's Choice right now, inflated value. I just don't see 11 to 1 on 5. I don't see 8 to 1 on 3. Come post time, a little over a minute.
And I want to get your thoughts on Yoda Queen, because this is one that was a hot mare last year, 8 out of 21, took a mark of 50 and 2. Now first start for Julie Walker. Yoda Queen, is this one going to be yodeling here? 5 to 1.
Oh, I think you got to use her. I mean, Julie Walker, she likely had this horse maybe now for a couple of weeks. Last starting at Dresden, June 8th. Big mile over Dresden's half miler, 55 flat. Yoda Queen, more than capable with these. I love her look right here. Her body language says, come on, go.
Yeah, well, and, I can't believe we don't give any love at all to Golden Leader, and has 3 wins in a row, 4 on the year, but it's just tough ones to the inside of her.
I think this is way too tough for her. She's got some confidence right now, winning 3 in a row, but facing much tougher. I still can't get over this price on 2, 3 to 5. I mean, it's inflating the value on the rest of the field here.
Well, if you're not betting the 2, then go ahead, inflate it. You get 6 to 1 on Ladies from Hell. Inflate all you want. It's Carson Scuda, Better Not Mock Me on the inside. Ladies from Hell, Yoda Queen, Chelsea's Choice. In the center, to the outside, Golden Leader and Getting Euchred. Field of 7. Race number 8. And it is post time. The field for the eighth. The fillies and mares are into the backstretch, gathering speed, approaching the start. And they're at the start of the rough, and Getting Euchred is going to flash out early with the Ladies from Hell. Better Not Mock Me. Ladies from Hell and Better Not Mock Me. Better Not Mock Me, using that inside advantage as the birthday boy Travis Cullen's going to drive on and grab the lead. Ladies from Hell sit the pocket. Getting Euchred is third. Chelsea's Choice is fourth, and then Carson's Gouda. And back to Yoda Queen and Golden Leader. Better Not Mock Me leads through a quarter of 26 and 4 with the Ladies from Hell tucked into the pocket, and Getting Euchred is third as the field comes off the turn. Then it is Chelsea's Choice and Carson's Gouda. Back to Yoda Queen, and then Golden Leader is the trailer. Off a 26 and 4 opening quarter, Better Not Mock Me will look to pick up a second panel breather and takes the field in a line heading up towards the half. And now popping up from fourth is going to move Chelsea's Choice. It is Better Not Mock Me, who has a lead of a length and a half. Ladies from Hell enjoying the view in the pocket. Chelsea's Choice getting a little bit closer now, and then Getting Euchred is on the inside fourth. Then Carson's Gouda, Yoda Queen, and Golden Leader, but Better Not Mock Me. 1-2 on the board. Half of 56 and 1. A 29 and 2. Second panel for Better Not Mock Me. Ladies from Hell is staying along to the inside. Length and a half back, and also a length and a half back on the outside is Chelsea's Choice. Those three have separation from the field. Chelsea's Choice is taken second and is getting closer to Better Not Mock Me. Ladies from Hell is third. Then grabbing fourth is Golden Leader, and then Getting Euchred. It is Better Not Mock Me as the field turns for home. Chelsea's Choice is trying to wear down Better Not Mock Me. Chelsea's Choice and Better Not Mock Me. Chelsea's Choice and Better Not Mock Me. They're going at it. And Chelsea's Choice just got by Better Not Mock Me. Ladies from Hell and Yoda Queen. Austin Sorry scores 152 and 2. Chelsea's Choice. How do you like that race?
I love that race. I mean, they hooked up and they threw down through that final quarter. 152 and 2. Smoke Show. Chelsea's Choice. 13-1 price player. Austin Sorry. Couple of big prices in the back half of this card tonight, and going to sweeten up some multi-leg tickets for those that are still in play. Big mile. This mare just wouldn't give in, wouldn't give up.
And look, I mean, you said that you thought Chelsea's Choice would have a look at it, and Better Not Mock Me raced really well, but it just got chased down.
Yeah, she did fight the good fight. I mean, her class was showing up here tonight, but for me, I just couldn't believe the price all along. I mean, she's 1-2, she's 3-5, and in the end, I really thought she was overbet in there. I don't think there should have been a horse below 2-1 in there, but the top four, that's realistic, right? 2, 3, 4, and 5 bucks. You got a 13-1 on top of the superfecta.
Well, you said the prices were inflated everywhere else, and I said, well, go ahead and inflate them. If you're betting against Better Not Mock Me, inflate all you want. We got some inflation, 13-1 on Chelsea's Choice, and you know, man, you shouldn't be able to get 13-1 on a hot Austin Sorry right now. That's his third on the evening.
Exactly. These guys that are winning in bunches, that's what they do. You know, a guy like Travis Henry does it. Jason Ryan did it Monday night, winning 4, and here's Austin winning 3 tonight. When these guys get on a roll, no matter what they're driving, you got to look at what they're sitting behind. Excellent price. Chelsea's Choice, 13-1 upset.
Yeah, he's not having a hot night, though. He's having a hot year.
Yeah, a leading driver for wins in Canada, 2025. He's still about 20 ahead of James McDonald, next best in second.
It's a 5-2-3-4. Coming back in front of us, number 5, Chelsea's Choice, a 7-year-old Big Jim Brown mare. Over Chelsea Hughes, trained by Ricky Montgomery. Austin Sorry with the hat trick, second win of the year for Chelsea's Choice. 8th win lifetime. Chelsea's Choice victorious, 152 and 2. Eighth race payouts, 5 Chelsea's Choice, $29, 593.50. 2 Better Not Mock Me, 210, 210. 3 Ladies from Hell, 280. $2 exactor, 61.60. Dollar try, 58.35. Dollar super, 137.95. 20-cent super is 27.59. Eighth race. Order of finish from the top down, 723-4156. That's 723-4156 on the bottom. Field on parade for the ninth. One is First Philly Chip, Ramming down for Mitchell Tierney and East Coast Captains. Number 2 is Wait Not a Woman, Travis Culliver, Jody Cullen, and Ron Cullen. Three is Dandy's Showtime, Nello Guglielmi drives and trains and owns. Number 4, The Heart Valley, Austin, Surrey, for Gerard Demers and Jer Merwa. 5 is Cora, Jason Ryan for Shane Barrington and Max Stable. Number 6, Solid as a Brick House, Garrett Rooney for Cameron McQueen and John McQueen. And number 7 is Mr. Amber, Scott Young for John Pentland, Field of 7, race number 9. Let's get a look at this field. And Sugar, we started off the night with 2 big chalk favorites going down to defeat. We had one go down to defeat in this 8th race. The chalk hasn't fared all that well this evening, but Waiting on a Woman, I think, is one chalk that I could back.
Yeah, the chalk hasn't showed up on numerous occasions tonight. It's just $24 live and in play from that $7,500 late pick 5 pool. But yeah, this could be the spot. But we said the same thing about Better Not Moppy in race 8. She went a big one to be second. Waiting on a Woman, even money. I know I got her pegged on top. But looking close, she's got a stale date coming in. It's been about a month between starts. So there's lots in here that have been on a pretty good rotation through the month of June. So it gets a little bit tougher for this mare to live up to that even money billing.
A lot of her starts were in 13,000 claiming, facing tougher, dropped down one level last time out in 1, and I have a lot of faith in the barn of Jody Cullen. I think that she'll show up ready to go because they send their horses ready. They never send a horse out just for a tour around the track. 7 wins in 20 starts in the year. My faith is with the birthday boy on this one. Waiting on a Woman, Travis Cullen, having a birthday. Number 7, Missed Amber. Well, comes in from Mohawk. You do see 52 flat speed, 3 starts back.
Well, we saw Pentland win the opener. Bob McClure getting up late with Redland Rocket Man. Nice big colt son of Bulldog Hanover to win the career debut. So Pentland will try to double up this time with Scott Young, the answer. And this mare, she could be the answer. We've seen some hot fractions in many miles tonight. It could set up for this closing type mare.
And I talked about a little bit of the class of Waiting on a Woman. Well, Missed Amber had, if you look further back, been in some really tough company with some really nice mares. So Missed Amber, Scott Young, should have a look at it. 10-1 is worth taking a shot. Mm-hmm. Number 4, The Heart Valley. Well, the Heart's been consistently good on this mare.
Yeah, she's a very reliable type. Hot hands of Austin Sorry, his final drive on tonight. Should he win this race, of course, it would mark a walk-off grand slam for Austin. But this is a very tough spot for the Heart Valley. She is facing much tougher mares than what she has all spring and into the summer now. The Heart Valley, I could use her in the Try and Super. I just couldn't put her on top.
She did race well at Georgian Downs in optional 10s. And a quick thought on 5, Cora.
Yeah, the form is good. Gate to wire in the latest over the big track, 54-3. Shane Barrington, second time for this barn. Jason Ryan gets along well at the river. And worth a look in here at 3-1.
Yeah, I used Cora as my second choice. We'll see if lives up to that. But you went to Missed Amber, which probably makes a little more sense. 5-1. It's First Philly Chip, Waiting on a Woman on the inside. Dandy's Showtime, the Heart Valley. Cora in the center. The outside, Solid as a Brick House and Missed Amber. It's a field of 7. It's race number 9. Field turns into the backstretch, gathering speed approaching the start. And the field for the ninth race. All in position. And leaving out the Heart Valley, Cora, and Solid as a Brick House. Those three stride together, and Cora wants to go on and take the lead. Solid as a Brick House is going to take back, and the Heart Valley is yielding also and is going to be filling the pocket on the back of three Coras, and then Solid as a Brick House is third. Miss Amber fourth, First Philly Chip, and then Waiting on a Woman is second from last right now, and Dandy's Showtime is trailing the field, and it is Cora, who's got the lead, 27-1 opening quarter. The Heart Valley is racing position second as they roll past as Solid as a Brick House is third. Miss Amber, now Waiting on a Woman, is waiting no longer, has moved to the outside, coming first up at this point, First Philly Chip, and then Dandy's Showtime. 27-1 opening quarter, and they race up towards the half. Now popping out comes Solid as a Brick House, and it is Cora leading, and Solid as a Brick House is second. The Heart Valley third. Missed Amber fourth. Waiting on a Woman is fifth, and now popping out from fourth comes Missed Amber, Waiting on a Woman, and then First Philly Chip, Dandy's Showtime, and they're dueling on top, and three Coras on the inside, Solid as a Brick House on the outside, sticks a nose in front. Off a half of 56-4, they get by three quarters. Solid as a Brick House leads it ahead, and fighting back gamely is Cora. Three quarters, 125-1. Missed Amber is third. The Heart Valley fourth. Then First Philly Ship, Waiting on a Woman, is still second last, and then Dandy's Showtime. But Cora's game on the inside. Solid as a Brick House. The Heart Valley looks for the passing lane. Missed Amber is out wide on down the stretch. Rather they come. Cora. Up the inside, the Heart Valley. Cora in the Heart Valley. Cora appeared to hold on the inside, the Heart Valley. Missed Amber on the outside. 155 flat. Cora. Shane Barrington. I think Jason Ryan held on.
I think so too, Gary. That little mare, she's a fighter. Daughter of captive audience. That is read by Gigi out in Alberta, and yeah, what a little fighter. That's two in a row for trainer Shane Barrington. Front end style, both victories. Jason Ryan. It's along well at the river. He shows up in victory lane again.
And there's the answer coming on the outside, but Cora just kept staying game. I mean, the seven's a little farther ahead than you might think, but I still thought that Cora got there. And up the inside, the Heart Valley at the top of the stretch, I was wondering if Austin was going to be able to blast up the inside. But it's just that Cora was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? The Heart Valley, she did well to finish right there with them in third. I thought it was a much tougher spot for her to go with them, but confidence is pretty good for that great check getter, and Austin didn't hurt her chances as well there this evening. I think Jason Ryan is on his way back. Yes, indeed. Cora, 2-1 over Missed Amber, who closed up well. Scott Young gave her a nice tidy trip in there, and she did well to close up like she did.
And tell you, the chalk has not fared well tonight.
Ooh, it's been a rough go. I think it was that stale date, right? Being away from the racing action a month, and all the rest of them in there pretty much showing a regular rotation.
Yeah, I do take that point. I was willing to overlook it, but I'm less willing now. Back in front of us is number 5, Cora. Three Coras victorious of 5-year-old Captive Audience. Bay Mare, owned by Max Stable and Shane Barrington. Shane Barrington's the trainer. Jason Ryan with the winning drive. 5th win on the season. 13th lifetime for Cora. Ninth race payouts. Three Coras pays $660, $4.02. Seven Missed Amber, $4.90, $4.60, and for the Heart Valley $2.80. $2 exactor $37.20. Dollar try $75.80. Dollar super $964.90. 20-cent super $192.98. Ninth race order of finish from the top is a 5, 6, 7, 3, 1, 4, 2. That's 5, 6, 7, 3, 1, 4, 2. Field on post parade for the 10th. One place here. Garrett Rooney for Kayla Henry and Natalie Willette. Number 2, Ms. Quicksand, Jason Ryan for Marie Helene DuPont. Three is I'm Diabolical, Dale Spence for Brenda Duncan and Dave Duncan. Number 4 is Emilio Fromage, Travis Cullen for Harry Martin. 5 is scratched. Number 6, American Land, Scott Young for Catherine Flanagan and Winters Racing. And number 7 is Mystic Wild Rose, Sammy Filia for Melissa Lamoureux. Eight is Raz and Jazz, Gerald Thiessen for Ashley Lenvoy and Chino Toscani. And 9 is Granny's Watching, Anthony Hunt for Tim Myers and David Omacoli. Field of 8, there's your Omega Alpha Pharmaceuticals post parade. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, the chalk has had a rough go of things tonight, and Ms. Quicksand was the chalk last time out in a class above this one and drops even further. Ms. Quicksand, can she right the ship for the favorites?
Well, she looks like the class of the field, and you're getting a pretty good set of hands behind her in Jason Ryan. His opportunity to triple up tonight. I do like her look. I think it's a good spot for her. She's got some gate speed to work with as well. I look across the starting car. There does not appear to be much of any gate speed in here beyond number 2, Ms. Quicksand. The only other one that shows leaving is leaving from the trailing spot tonight off a layoff. So I think it's a great spot for number 2 to pop here in the end.
And, well, the one that's next best is number 8, Raz and Jazz. And, well, we've seen the outside post be okay this evening. Raz and Jazz. This is one that I could definitely trumpet as one that has a chance to win it here. Beaten only 3/4 of a length last time out, but that was post 2.
Oh, she was all heart last time, battling with the Stonebridge Drama. Better than a quarter mile there on the end of it to finish right there with her 54-2. Now that was a big effort to go and missing several months of racing action. I'm just not sure what we're going to see coming back off of that. It's a pretty strong effort, but again, she had missed lots of time prior to that start, so just not sure what we're going to see from this one from the outside post. The price is right. If she can come back with a similar effort, definitely worth a look for the top 3 in here. I just don't know where she's going to go from an outside post.
The price is right, 15-1 instead of 2-5. And number 7, Mystic Wild Rose, raced well last time out, is improving now, but the overall record on the season is light. But maybe Mystic Wild Rose at least is blooming now.
Yeah, number 7, Mystic Wild Rose. Just a one-time winner through the last couple of seasons. She's 0 for 20 tonight, but she was showing some of the best speed late in that mile against the Raz and Jazz. I mean, she was knifing on through to be third, and on by the wire, she was going by them. So if Sammy could ever find some gate speed from this mare tonight, maybe hit her, maybe have her sitting in the front half of the field, she can get a big shot here. The more I look at this race, the more I like her and maybe think she's more than capable of showing gate speed.
Number 9, Grandy's Watching. Boy, the qualifier was good.
Qualifier is all right, but you know what? She missed 2.5 months prior to that. The qualifier says she's good enough to hit the high 5 play in here. It's that trailing spot, we always say a very tough spot to win from on a half or a 5/8 track in Ontario.
Well, here, especially with the way the outside gets the advantage, there's just the outside doesn't take back, so she kind of gets swamped because everybody gets off the gate, and Granny's Watching. The trailer post has their work cut out. And one more is number 4, Milieu Fromage.
Right on. One last shot for Travis Cullen to hit the winner's circle on his birthday. I know a few of them are chatting it up, saying this could be it. Another one where the price is right, 15-1, right behind the car. Let's go, Cullen.
Yeah, and comes in from a rough outing at Hanover, but the last start was against tougher. In fact, had been facing tougher here as well, so it drops down. Its place serum is Quicksand, and I'm Diabolical on the inside. In the center, Amelia Fromage and American Land. To the outside, Mystic Wild Rose and Razin Jazz. In the second tier, Granny's Watching. It's a field of 8 for race number 10. They are into the backstretch, the final dash on this Monday evening. Field is at the start of the rough, and Razin Jazz is driving out for the 10th race on a Wednesday night and comes out and grabs the lead. And then Milieu Fromage and Mystic Wild Rose and Ms. Quicksand and Plaisir. Then Granny's Watching, American Land, and back to I'm Diabolical. And the field races their way on up to the opening quarter. Leading race number 10, Razin Jazz razzed up early. And on past that quarter in a lively 26-2. Milieu Fromage is well forwardly placed, and on the outside, driving is Ms. Quicksand. Mystic Wild Rose is racing second over fourth, fifth to the inside is Plaisir. Then it is Granny's Watching, part of the outer flow now. And then it is back to American Land, and trailing the field is I'm Diabolical. The field races their way into the backstretch, and Razin Jazz at 25-1 leads on down the backstretch. Milieu Fromage is racing second. Plaisir on the inside is trying to take back third, but Ms. Quicksand has third, but still has a lot of work to do to collar Razin Jazz. And Daryl Thiessen lays back in the bike to take some weight off the front end of Razin Jazz to keep on going. Razin Jazz and Milieu Fromage off of 54 3 halftime at a 26-2 opening quarter, three quarters, 122-4. Razin Jazz is still on a winning beat right now. Milieu Fromage is racing second. Ms. Quicksand third. Plaisir fourth, and then American Land. Granny's Watching, and I'm Diabolical, and Mystic Wild Rose on down the stretch. Round they come, and on the outside, Milieu Fromage. Milieu Fromage on the outside is going to come by and win it. Happy birthday, Travis Cullen. Milieu Fromage, Ms. Quicksand, and then Razin Jazz 152-4. Milieu Fromage.
What a trip. Never better. 152-4 life mark, and Cullen goes home with a birthday victory. Wonderful to see, and pretty good prices there on the top part of this high five finale.
Well, Travis can blow out some candles today, and also I think this blows out the pick five and blows out the I think we may have a carryover.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure, but geez, Milieu Fromage
I'm
is
gonna take a quick peek.
yeah 5-1. I don't know.
These,
well,
yeah. The pick five is sold.
Oh, well, you know what? Somebody is also going to celebrate along with Travis. Travis having a birthday, and they're probably going to have some cake.
Well, that pick five for 20 cents is coming back at over $1,200. Now the high five, that's the one that could carry over. You got 5-1 on to 27-1, first and second.
And listen, Razin Jazz probably just gave up second at the finish, but Razin Jazz really raced well.
Well, we weren't sure what was going to take place, right? It wasn't outside post. It was just the second start back off a long layoff, and she had won a big one on her return race. So I just wasn't sure what to expect. But when we seen Thiessen sending from the 8-hole like he always seems to do at the river, yeah, you had to figure she was going to get a big piece of that going into the opening turn.
Yeah, it's just that 122-4 to three quarters, and probably just softened that one up just enough. But watch for Razin Jazz. But right now we get to watch Milieu Fromage, and we'll also talk to you on Wednesday evening, Sugar.
We'll see you
on Friday.
Night, Gary.
You can tell I'm losing my days. We'll talk to you Friday night. Yeah.
Right on. Sounds good.
Back in front of us is number For Milieu Fromage and 7-year-old Better Than Cheddar Bay Mare, owned and trained by Harry Martin. Travis Cullen victorious in the 10th race. Happy birthday to Travis Cullen. First win on the season, 11th lifetime for Milieu Fromage, 152 and 4/5, a new career best. The 10th race payouts number 4, Amelia Fromage, 1320, 340, 240, 2 Ms. Quicksand, 210 and 210. 8 Raz and Jazz, 350, $2 exactor, 24.60, dollar try, 55.85. Dollar high 5, 3,500, 21.80. A 20-cent high 5 even of 704.36. The double, 95.90. Dollar pick 3, 664.35, and the dollar pick 4, 577.30. The 10th race order finish from the top is a 527, 1 scratch 4, 836. That's 527, 1 scratch 4, 836 on the bottom. Well, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Wednesday evening. Action resumes this coming Friday. First dash will go to post at 6:20 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Josie Bean.
Good night, Gary.